All right, hello everybody. It's me, Chef James MacInnis, and we are back on the channel here doing another food reaction video. We've been doing a lot of Indian and Asian content lately, and we haven't really done a lot of mainstream North American focused food videos in a bit. So that's why this is coming out on a Tuesday, hopefully. And that's what we're going to be doing on Tuesdays. So right now we are back to Guga Foods. Guga Foods. Guga is a amazing personality, big personality person who cooks wonderfully over-the-top, outrageous experimental food. This video is titled, How Much Butter is Too Much Butter? His thumbnail had some chickens, each stuffed with more and more butter. Let's see what happens.
On today's video, I want to find out one thing, and that would be how much butter is too much butter when you combine it with chicken. And obviously for this video, I'm going to be needing a lot of butter, a tremendous amount of butter. Now usually this is how it goes whenever you cook chicken with butter. After getting a whole bird, the first thing to do is to separate the skin. You can do that very easily just by using your fingers. Then you want to go ahead and slide in your butter. Usually this is how it's done. One stick goes in each breast and that's it. Right after, you want to go ahead and season it with some type of rub. I'm using a barbecue rub. However, you can really use anything you like and get as creative as you like. Now, unfortunately, this is not the best way to cook the chicken as it's going to take too long, because the best way to do so is to spatchcock it. And for that, you want to turn the whole thing in its back and remove the backbone very easily with some kitchen scissors. As once it's done, you want to go ahead and press the breast, and there you have it. We're now able to slide even more butter into the thighs. Oh yes, we're adding a generous amount of butter. Now you probably...
When I learned how to do Cornish game hens, we did this, but we made compound butter, which means you just take butter and add something to it. The minute you've added stuff into it, it becomes compound butter. So you could do a very simple garlic herb compound butter where you put some chicken herbs in there, like stuff that goes well with chicken. Like you could put some thyme, garlic, some parsley or oregano. You mix it into your butter, put it in a little piping bag, and shoot it in. So and in the same spots, we'd put it on the breasts because white meat has a tendency to dry out. Put a little bit on the legs, in the thighs there, right where he's putting his knobs of butter for added flavor.
Why would you add butter to the chicken? We all know that if you baste your meats with butter, it becomes better. But the problem with the chicken is that if you baste the skin, you will remove all of the rub. So inserting it inside is the best way. That way the chicken will baste itself as it's cooking. However, the problem is the ridiculous amount of butter you're going to be wasting. So for that reason, I made 3 different chickens. The one you just saw, the next one I only added 2 tablespoons. And after seasoning it with the rub, it was now ready. The next one, on the other hand, I had to...
His only 2 tablespoons, so I imagine 1 tablespoon on each breast. You probably still would have been fine putting a half a tablespoon in each thigh for a total of 3 tablespoons without having a lot of waste. That's what I would have done.
Because after inserting 2 sticks on each breast, I thought that might not be enough. So I went ahead and added 1 extra. But I didn't stop there, because this one is going to get even more. 1 stick in each thigh. Oh yes. Some might even call the Wagyu of all chickens. That's a lot of fat. Then just like every other one, I went ahead and seasoned it properly. As once I was done, check it out. These are my contestants.
If you don't know, chicken rubs are basically that color that he's got in there. It's a paprika based. Usually paprika is the base for a chicken rub.
The first one only has this amount, the second seemed more reasonable, and the third one is just ridiculous. But I have a feeling that this is gonna turn out really good. But my biggest problem is the waste of butter. I want to make sure that I don't waste anything. And to capture that butter, I went ahead and put some potatoes on a tray, spread them out really good, season it with some salt, pepper, and thyme, and it was now ready to catch all of that butter. Next thing to do is to put it on our smoker. So I went ahead and added...
With the amount of butter in that overstuffed chicken, I think he should probably be using a deeper pan because I think it's gonna overflow is my guess.
All of the chickens in there. And of course, I did not forget about the potatoes. Closed it up and let it cook. After about 20 minutes, check it out. You can clearly see that the butter is basting the chicken as it's cooking. That's what we want. And shortly, we're gonna find out the correct amount to use whenever we're making chicken this way. Because just in case things went south, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome dish. And this one, we're keeping the prices as low as possible. Because believe me,
for those of you that are new to Guga, we come here for his videos with the epic experiments. that you probably won't try yourself. After watching this, yeah, you might be like, oh, whatever him and his panel thought was the best, I'll do that for butter, just blindly follow maybe. You won't necessarily try all three for yourself. But his side dishes, on the other hand, are always extraordinary, always flavor-packed, and always unique, with his own little spin on something. So they're always worth watching his videos just for the sides.
When I tell you, this is affordable, delicious, and quite simple and easy to make. And here's how. The first thing to do is to cook up some bacon. Once that was done, I set it aside, because I went ahead and used the same bacon fat and added onions, tomatoes, garlic, and mixed it all up. You want to go ahead and cook this for a little bit. Then I season it with salt, black pepper, and piri piri sauce. This one you're going to be able to find it in Amazon, as then I added some barbecue sauce followed by some beef stock. Mix the whole thing up and let it cook, because after about 5 minutes, you want to go ahead and throw the whole thing in a blender, blend it on high, as in the end you want to put it back in the pan and reduce it for a little bit until you're happy with the consistency, because check it out, this is what you're left with. A nice delicious gravy that it will go well with anything. But now we need some type of meat, so check it out. I went ahead and grabbed some ground beef, seasoned it with black pepper, garlic powder, and salt. Mixed that up until everything was fully combined, and went ahead and made a hamburger steak. Make sure to make a nice thick one though, as the next thing to do is to go ahead and cook it. Just make sure to cook it properly and get a nice crust, because to serve this side dish you want to start with a generous amount of rice, followed by those beautiful hamburger steaks, and of course a generous amount of the gravy sauce we made previously. To finish it up, you want to add the bacon bits, a tiny bit of parsley, and of course some grated Parmigiano Reggiano if you have it, because believe me when I tell.
Okay, I didn't do this on purpose. I didn't know what he was making for his side, obviously. But if you've been watching my channel, you'll know I've been watching a lot of Indian dishes. And that technique looks very, very similar to, was it the Duba style chicken video I did with Chef Ranveer Barar? And he made a curry paste, a curry gravy, basically the exact same method, although the spice blend was different that went into it. So that's actually pretty funny. And if you wanted to keep this dish beef-free, I'm sure you could do that with ground pork or ground chicken. Some of you might even want to use ground turkey.
This is delicious, inexpensive, and quite simple and easy to make, and it will please everyone. That I can guarantee. But remember one thing, today's video is all about butter. How much butter is too much butter? Because after the chicken has been cooked for 45 minutes, this is what I'm left with. 3 beautiful chickens. Even though they look quite similar to each other, one is much more expensive than the other. I really want to find out which one is gonna be worth it. But don't forget about our potatoes as well. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful feast. Gentlemen, what do you guys think, huh?
It's a lot of food. I wish this was steaks instead of chicken, man.
Come on, man. These look phenomenal.
I mean, I guess this is gonna be like a healthy video because it's chicken.
Yes, it's pretty healthy. On today's video, we are testing how much butter is too much butter.
And what's that?
So not healthy, and I don't know why he, chicken, although we call it the white meat, lean. There's nothing wrong with beef. Lean beef, like steaks, New York steaks, for example, fillets, really low in fat content, high in protein. There's nothing unhealthy about those. In moderation, of course. Everything in moderation, especially moderation.
That over there is like, it looks like a mushroom cloud.
That is our side dish today, because I know you are going to complain about steaks, and I have a little bit of steak. Give me your honest opinion. We all know that chicken and butter are perfect marriage. I want to know if there's such thing as too much butter on a chicken. Okay, let's begin. We're going to go in this direction. Whatever piece of meat you choose, you keep consistent. You're going with the breast. Oh, surprise.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you're talking about that much fat.
I'm going for the breast too, everybody. Oh my God. This one is the first one, and look how juicy it is already. You ready?
How much butter is too much butter? We do this to our cholesterol so you guys don't have to.
Enough talking, let's give this a go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
That's a good chicken.
Oh man.
Wow. It's hard to execute chicken perfectly, and that is a really good chicken.
That's a good chicken already, man.
This is almost like a sous vide chicken.
So part of his, so he's very experienced at cooking chicken. He's cooked it in a smoker. He's got a nice rub on the outside and that butter inside. Two things, it's going to help moisten. And on the other side, it's going to help add some fat to crispen the skin too. So just that 2 tablespoons of butter in that chicken is gonna make a world of difference to begin with. So they're already impressed. Let's see if it gets better and then better, or if it gets maybe better and then worse, or worse and worse. Who knows?
Chicken, how juicy this thing is,
Yeah.
and you can feel that butter flavor.
That one is delicious. Please grab a potato, because we don't let any of the butter go to waste. So basically what was happening is all the potato got coated from the chicken butter. And basically this is confit potato, everybody. That's what it is. You ready?
So then this is chicken potato?
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Super tender.
Super rich.
That potato's so good that I want to go for more, but I know.
I'm scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Scared.
I'm scared just for the sheer calories on that thing, man.
Very good chicken, very good potato so far. Let's dunk into the second one. Let's
Okay.
see. Let me know if it's too much butter. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's already.
see that?
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Holy.
Wow, that is a lot of butter, but it tastes really good.
That's not too much butter for me.
No.
You would have think that it was injected. No, there's no injection here.
Really?
Not at all. This is easy to make, everybody. You just got to spend more money on butter than you spent on chicken.
This is really good.
I agree with that.
Can we agree that this one is a lot better than the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
More butter, more better. I can't wait for the last one.
But you're gonna get to a point, and you can disagree with me, but chicken should still taste like chicken. So if you have too much butter in there, it's not butter flavored chicken, it's chicken flavored butter you're basically eating. And there are other ways to enhance flavor, like salt, MSG, herbs, spices along the way. That's probably not too much butter. I mean, 2 sticks, that's probably very reasonable. When he gets to the one with like the 5 sticks, that's gonna be a little. From the way it's going, though, I bet they all just love it. But we'll see. I think they're going to get into the side dish next, so let's see how they enjoy that.
Butter,
You ready?
butter.
Oh my God, let's find out. But first, so that you are not a hater, I got some beef. So what this is a ground beef burger with some goodness. Little bit of rice, little bit of sauce. Oh, give me your honest opinion on this one. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's see. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Wow, that's delicious.
That is good.
This sauce that coats the rice is so nice. It's a nice contrast from what we've been eating here. The little crispy bits of bacon, the juicy steak. Oh,
Little
man.
teeny tiny bit of spice. Not enough to make me sweat, but enough for me to be like, oh, that's there.
That is amazing, everybody. Highly recommend giving it a try. It is easy to make, slightly spicy, a little bit tangy, and the sauce on top of the rice is just on a whole nother level. All right, let's go for the last one.
If you haven't seen Guga before, I want you to know they're not just... Like, I've seen these go sideways where the experiment portion has been bad. That's why he always makes a side dish that will be good. I've seen videos where he's done dry-aged meat, and it's like, I forgot about this meat, and it's been in my fridge for a year. So he still cooks it, like after he trims off the dried-out outsides, and you have just a little bit of dried-aged meat. Still cooks it and eats it. I've seen his nephews here try some of his stuff and, cover their mouth like that because they can't even keep it down. It's not too often, but it does happen. And I think that adds some authenticity to where if you've watched it enough, they're not just saying it's good for the camera.
Okay.
I want to know if it's juicier, if it's worth it or not. Dig in, please.
You smell this thing? I don't smell chicken. I don't smell anything but butter, baby.
All right, enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's a lot.
Oh my God.
Damn, bro.
That's too much butter for you?
Oh my God, dude.
It's still good though.
That's so delicious.
This works. Even I don't know how much is going on in here.
much.
But it kind of works.
It's a little bit too much butter for me. I feel like the seasoning on the outside kind of got washed out by the butter.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
The butter flavor is a lot stronger, but the other seasonings and the crispiness of the exterior is like, it's not the same. That second chicken was better in my opinion.
Fair enough. What about you?
I'm gonna go with the third one, bro.
What about if you had to
Little bit
spend
more
5
juicy.
times more money on that third one?
I'll go with the second one.
100.
Okay, so you just heard them all kind of say it. I mean, his younger nephew wanted the third one till he found out how expensive it was. So much butter at the end there really just washed away the flavors and left you with basically just butter on the chicken. And that's kind of what I was thinking too was going to happen. Probably what you were thinking was going to happen. And like I mentioned earlier, like your chicken should still taste like chicken. Your beef should taste like beef, and your pork should taste like pork. And when the accent flavors become the dominant flavor, I'm not going to say you've ruined the protein, but at that point, maybe it could be a vegetarian dish and it wouldn't matter. And instead of chicken, you could have used, say, potatoes or cauliflower or, like just going down the list. And it could be a good vegetarian alternative because you have dominated the flavor so much, you've lost the protein. And generally, the protein is the star of the dish. All right, well, for this week, I've been Chef James, you've been you, and we'll see you next time.